no current or expired alerts in the National Terrorism Advisory System. Going to look around the region. Have not yet gotten an update from the Rio Grande Valley sector of detainees. And we have the Texas declaration declared on May 30th, and May 26th was Oklahoma's declaration. PDAs, Oklahoma for IA, 23 are ongoing or requested, 7 are completed. For Texas, 3 were requested, 3 were completed, and possibility of add-ons to be determined. PA, Arkansas, 26 requested, 16 complete. Oklahoma, 38, 21. Texas, 34 requested, 25 complete. And no current FMAG requested. Taking a look around the region, there's a lot going on with a lot of significant updates overnight. New Mexico, the State Operations Center remains at a level 4 normal steady state. But here in Texas, the SEOC remains at a level 1 emergency conditions. And they continue the recovery efforts for the tornadoes that occurred in Van and in Houston. And they're also monitoring lake and river levels, coordinating with the Army Corps of Engineers. And they remain postured for search and rescue support with the rivers and potential flash flooding. As far as the flooding concerns, here in Arkansas, we'll jump to Arkansas. Someone has a hot mic, please mute your microphone. The Arkansas River remains in major flood stage all the way across the state. In Texas, we continue to watch the Red River in major flood stage. The Brazos River, the Trinity, the entire length of the Trinity. We have the White Oak Bayou just outside of Houston. The Guadalupe River, further downrange from San Marcos. And also the Nueces River. We'll get more on that and what we expect for weather-wise from the National Weather Service here in a few moments. Power outages for the state of Texas from the various sources we've checked today all showed less than 1,000, which is a significant reduction from last evening, was about 7,800. No interstates have been affected or impacted in the state of Texas. Fatality numbers, the last we've heard from official sources was 15. However, unofficially and on various news media, they're reporting up to about 24. So more to follow. The governor of Texas has declared a state declaration for 70 counties. We have individual assistance PDAs have been completed, 3 requested, 3 complete, as I mentioned. Same with PA, 34 requested, 25 complete. In Oklahoma, the SEOC remains at level 3. Last we've gotten from last evening was 3 shelters were open with 2 occupants. No significant highway impacts, meaning none are closed. Power outages are less than 500. And the Oklahoma Chief Medical Examiner has reported 11 storm-related deaths since May the 5th, and about 49 injuries. Of course, the injuries were not reported by the medical examiner. The governor of Oklahoma has declared for 77 counties. Again, IA and PA PDAs are ongoing. They have their declaration from May 26th, and anything else will be, of course, looked into for possibly a different incident period. In Arkansas, I've mentioned the Arkansas River. They currently have 1 shelter open with about 0 occupants, pardon me. And the governor has declared for 27 counties. Again, PA PDAs continue. And in Louisiana, the SEOC remains at level 3, monitoring the Red River coming out of northeast Texas. Here in the region, the RRCC remains at a level 3. We're going from 8 o'clock to estimated 5 o'clock this evening. And the Defense surveillance coordinating element is deployed only for the day shift, as are we. We have 4 liaisons at the Texas SEOC, as IMAT 1 is also in Austin. IMAT 3 is in Oklahoma, and IMAT 2 remains in Anniston, Alabama at the Academy. But now we'll turn it over to the National Weather Service for the latest and greatest.
Very good, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good news this morning is that all the rainfall currently is to the east of Fema 6. We will see some showers and thunderstorms over southeastern Louisiana and portions of New Mexico for today. But overall, looks like we have upper level high pressure building into most of Texas and Oklahoma for the next several days. So that should keep us dry for the most part. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 5-day threat matrix. And there you see we do have a marginal risk for some severe thunderstorms over southeastern Louisiana today, northeastern New Mexico, and the western portions of the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles for today and tomorrow. And then a disturbance moving across eastern Oklahoma, northeastern Arkansas on Wednesday could bring a severe thunderstorm or two, but not looking for anything widespread. And most of the region will remain high and dry for the next several days. But in spite of that, we're still looking for significant river flooding to continue through the remainder of this week, especially along the rivers that Bruno has already mentioned. Looking at the tropical weather outlook, very good news there. Nothing really generating, so very quiet on the tropical side, as today is the official beginning of the tropical weather season. As we go ahead and take a look at the weather hazards for the next several days on and into the weekend, there in purple you can see the major river flooding that is ongoing and will continue. So there in green we have the storms highlighted possibly today in southeastern Louisiana and again in northeastern New Mexico and the panhandles. And that's really going to be the trend here for the next several days, as most of us will remain dry, but a few isolated thunderstorms will be possible. And as we take a look at the precipitation for today and the next 5 days, that bears that out is most of the precip will be to the east of Fema 6 and to the Fema 4 region and also to our north. But we will see some generally about ½ inch of rainfall across portions of northeastern New Mexico. But there you see most of Oklahoma and Texas will be on the dry side. And just real quick on the current river status, there you see continuing in purple, especially the Red River, Arkansas River, and Trinity, Nueces, Guadalupe rivers will continue to be in major flood for the next several days. And there was a really good statement from the Shreveport Weather Forecast Office they put out this morning talking about the flooding along the Red River into northwestern Louisiana. Even best case scenario with little in the way of rainfall, they're still expecting high water levels there to remain through the end of July. So for the next couple of months there at least. And looking at the drought monitor, obviously significant improvements over Oklahoma and Texas over the last couple of months. And so for the most part, most of Fema 6 is looking very good as far as the drought is concerned. Still some pretty significant drought, though, in portions of western New Mexico. Otherwise, quiet on the space weather front. So that's what I have. That's the end of my report for today, Bruno.
Thank you, sir. Anyone has any questions for the National Weather Service, please type in the chat window or speak up if you're on the phone. And let's see, have a look at the meetings going on around the region. The ones today are highlighted in bold. And on the 27th, NOAA, the National Weather Service, has predicted a below average storm, or storm season, below normal. But as we all know, it only takes one. So, anyone has any questions, again, please type in the chat window or speak up if you're on the phone. And as also a reminder, we have today's briefing is posted in the lower left-hand corner of the screen in the file share, and you can also locate the past briefing.